Alright. Let's move all of this. I'm going to move all of this. Alright, just setting up here. One day I'm going to do a live with the lights on, I promise. I give you my word. One day I will. But I just happen to like live streaming after I've completed the day. I'm in the bed and, I've already done everything. So this is what I do. One day I will show my face. I promise. Why are people so obsessed with what's seeing my face? I have pictures on there. You can see me. I just don't do a live stream like that. All right. So I titled this one a grift. Well, grift is a grift, but to me, it's a grift is a grift. It's a grift, right? I'm just getting so sick of it. Lately, we have this whole new thing I'm seeing online where people are talking about and the guys Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, two internet personalities, one on one side of the wing, another on the other side of the wing. Black versus anti-black. Two black men, by the way. Well, Anton Daniels, I haven't done much research on him, but I have heard that he isn't a true Black American. He's actually technically an African American or a recent immigrant American, not many generations deep. And these guys always do the same thing every time they come here. They come here for a generation or two. They become successful without enduring any of the hardships. And then they go, oh, well, why are we so successful, but you're not? Come on, man. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. I don't want to hear that at all. I don't want to hear it. So anyway, they had a podcast, not a podcast. They had a show. It was supposed to be an interview-esque type show, but it ended up being a debate. Almost coming to blows. And in essence, when I'm watching this, I'm thinking, okay, this is clearly high school all over again. It's the nerds, the smart guy standing up to the cool kid bully or the cool jock, right? And they're looking at each other, going face to face, inches away, almost coming to blows, full-blown fight. And I'm saying, I hope they do it, but, if they decide to walk away, that's fine. But the whole thing of sitting there arguing and getting loud and peacocking and all this stuff, it's just trash. If you're going to go, then go. If you're not, shut up and walk away. There's one thing I really don't like are talkers. People who yap. They just talk and talk and talk, man. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I say if you're going to go, then go. With the guy Anton Daniels, he was doing a lot of talking. He said about, what was he saying? He was wrong about quite a few things on there. The first thing was about the whole African thing, the transatlantic slave trade thing, where he said all African Americans are descendants of Africans who were sold by other Africans, which is not true. That's a pretty intelligent guy. So I don't want to believe he's that ignorant in saying, having 100% faith in his word on that. I refuse to believe that. But if he did, then hey, that's him. I would say, let me correct it. The whole Anton Daniels spew about slavery was done by black people, and the first slaves in America were slave owners in America were black. It's a lie, guys. I mean, it's technically true. It's like a half truth, but it's not a real truth. All right, we have William Humphreys in here. He said hello. Hello, brother William Humphreys. How are you, buddy? Tell us your location and how are you? How's your day going? I hope everything is fine. We have Maddie on pause. Okay. Hello. How are you? The pictures here are very small, so I can't see what you guys look like. It's too small. So anyway, the Anton Daniels guy, he goes over there, talks about the first slave owners in America were black. There is a half truth. There were some black slave owners, but they were very, very, very rare exceptions. They were very rare. They were very rare, guys. It was not, it makes it sound like it was, for every 5 white slave owners, there were 1 black one. No, it's not true. Number 2, the transatlantic slave trade. There were African kingdoms. Yes, there were African kingdoms. Africans were sold by Africans, but not in that manner. Most African slaves were from wars, prisoner of wars. That's what they were, prisoner of wars, POWs. Whether it be through the tribal wars that were happening in Africa, because they were already fighting each other. That's why they couldn't win. And then came the Europeans, those wars, where they lost quite a few of them to the Africans, but eventually their medieval age, where they began to develop more weapons and guns, gunpowder, swords, all that iron stuff, metal stuff, they were eventually able to overcome the African technology at the time. So of course they won. And when they did that, they went ahead and started dividing up the country between the European nations, which they never recovered from even today. And that's when the transatlantic slave trade started. They labeled them. They labeled the places. They put the Ivory Coast, the Gold Coast, the what else was it? The Slave Coast was over there. They had all that. They labeled it all. These were European maps, not African ones. Because they already won the war. And that's when they began, okay, this is what we're going to do as far as trading the slaves. And there were some African kingdoms who benefited from this. I believe the boxer Anthony Joshua, he is a descendant of one of those African kingdoms who greatly benefited off the slave trade. Right. So the next thing he said was, what was the next one? What was the next one he told us? Yeah, I can't remember all of it because I don't watch this stuff. I don't keep up with these guys. So as I said before, it's the internet. I'm sorry, the smart nerd guy versus the jock. They were going at it. And they were coming to fight. And in my opinion, it was the fault of the nerd, Anton Daniels. He clearly kept provoking the jock. And this is what happens when the high schoolers, the internet nerd and the high school jock, they grow up, right? They become adults, but their mind, their mentality, it never changes. They never grow out of that next stage of their high school ways. 'Cause when I was in high school, it was the same way. All of the smart kids were on their little table in the caf when it came to lunchtime in high school. The smart kids, they would group up and go over there, and they would sit over there making fun of everybody for not being as smart as they were. And then you had the cool kids who weren't athletically gifted, they weren't academically gifted. They were somewhere in the middle, and they knew how to socialize. They kept up with the pop culture, and that was their thing. They made fun of everyone for not being up on the fashion and the pop culture. And then you had the jocks and the whoever else is there. They were all the athletes. They hung up together and all that stuff. And they thought they were the bee's knees because they were, representing the school. So that's just how it went. That's how it went. And this is the clashing of those groups with these guys, with these internet personalities today. So, in my opinion, Mr. Daniels is saying, well, we're tired of the black archetypes of ignorant, uneducated, loudmouth gangster blacks. We're tired of them being the standard of black people. We're tired of them being the leaders. But in my opinion, he's just trading one bad leader for another one because they're two sides of the same coin. They both grift. Both of them, they grift. A grift is a grift is a grift. And that's what they do. Because you have the guy Corey Holcomb, who's about, I want to say, I saw him in person one time, right? I saw him in person, and I didn't go talk to him. I was, what was I, like 18 at the time, 19? I saw him in my home city in Virginia at the mall. I saw the guy, and my friend goes, "Hey, that's Corey Holcomb." I'm like, "Who?" He said, "Corey Holcomb." I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm not gonna go talk to that motherfucker." Yeah, because I didn't want to look like a fangirl. Come on, no one wants that. You go talk to a celebrity, and they're like, "Ew, no, good, get away from me." No, you don't know what they're gonna say. So, I never walked up to the guy, but I walked past him because he was coming in the entrance. I was leaving out. So, I glanced over and I noticed this guy's big. This guy's huge. He looked about, I would say about 6'3". He looked about 6'3". I'm 5'10". So he was towering over me. And then I look at Anton Daniels. That guy, he's like, Anton Daniels looked like he might be a little bit shorter than me. Like he might be 5'8", like 5'8", maybe 5'9" at most. So in a fight, if they did come to fighting, I'm sure Corey Holcomb would have won. I'm pretty sure. Corey Holcomb looks at least a bit more in shape than an Anton Daniels, right? But either way, the grift is real. And they're just trading, and he's trying to say, oh, we need to get rid of the old leaders, put in the new leaders. And what I say is, it doesn't matter which one of you are leading, which one of you is leading, because it's the same grift. Anton Daniels, he took the MAGA route. He went right wing, far right conservative. Just talk bad about anything black, anything non-straight, white, heterosexual, conservative. Go against just anything that's not that, go against it. That's his whole thing. That's his whole shtick. And Corey Holcomb is, I'm for the poor man, the black people, the have-nots, if you will. And I'm going to stick on their side. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day. Anyway, so if we replace the ignorant black leaders and put in the right nerd conservative MAGA leaders, what does that accomplish? It doesn't accomplish shit. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's just the same grift, just a new face, which is get the money, get the money. Go get the money, get the money. That's it. That's what it comes down to. And I would say, no, just no, man. It's not going to work. And I try to look up this stuff, look up their shows and what they're about and what do they actually do. And none of these guys who claim to be leaders of the black community, none of them do anything tangible. They don't build anything to change the core of the issue, which are black families. They don't do anything to change it. And this is a common thing that most, if not all, black men do. It's a lot of mouthpiece. It's a lot of talk game, just talking and talking and talking. Very few do anything to actually make something tangible that will actually change the community. They build a podcast, they build a YouTube channel or whatever, and they just keep making these little clips and episodes of them with 6 other people and just debating and yapping, and then they're arguing with the black women back and forth, asking these redundant, silly ass questions. Well, what's a real man? What's a real woman? Is a woman supposed to be submissive? Is a real man supposed to pay all the bills? It's like the dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. And they use these call center buzzwords. Oh, rebuttal. Build rapport. Come on, man. Come on, man. I just, yeah. Oh, God, man. These corporate buzzwords. Is that what the black community has come down to? Corporate buzzwords, call center buzzwords? The whole man versus women debate? Is that what's going to change the black community or the black family? Is that going to help everybody? And then you just bring black women on there to keep arguing all the time. Why? It's so annoying hearing that shit. It's so annoying. But that's just me. I don't know, man. That's just me. I feel like this stuff is doing more damage, far more damage than it is actually helping. So, guys, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to do about this, because I can make content till the cows come home. But when it comes to a actual, rational, reasonable, tangible solution, people don't want to hear it, because these guys, these internet personalities, yeah, they have their drama, they do their stupid stuff, but at the end of the day, they're talking. That's all. They're not doing anything. They can talk about how they employ black people. Yes, you employ black people. You employ a handful of black people at the expense of millions of other black people. Those millions of other black people who are looking to you for entertainment value, education, solutions, because y'all keep saying y'all have solutions, but then they go to you, and when they hear your content, they're not getting any. They leave with nothing. nothing but the same thing they would get from watching a Tyler Perry movie. It's the same crap. You're just taking the black exploitation age or era from the 70s, you're modernizing it and placing it in the 2020s through the internet era, the age of information or the age of misinformation, over information, as I call it. You're just doing that and you're earning tons and tons of money off of this. And they're too stupid to pull away, or they're too addicted to pull away, or whatever it is, man. I don't give a shit. Oh, why? Why? Of course, why? Money. Monetary game. That's what this comes down to. They're over there kicking up dust like they're about to fight and yada, yada, yada. And at the end of the day, it's like they're going to bring home a lot of money. It's going to be tons of money. And they're going to shake hands behind scenes and laugh and laugh and laugh at you guys. I guess I just, well, I was going live. I had a subscriber tell me they want to go live, but I guess they did not show. That's all right. That's cool. Don't matter to me. I still had to say what I had to say. No viewers today. That's all right. I got a few comments and I'm going to cut this one short. I think I said my point here. So I want to say good night to everyone. God bless everyone. Please have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to relax. I'm going to try to work out and get some things done. God bless you all. Have a great night.